homecoming dance had finally arrived. I had just had my first breakup ever, about a week earlier, and like a little baby bird, I blindly followed whatever my senses told me. I wanted to replicate exactly what I had with the girl who had just left me, because I was confused and I didn't know I missed her yet. So I found this girl, a girl I thought was cute, and I decided to ask her to homecoming. Apparently no one's ever done that to her, so she said yes. Hooray, I got a date. So I went ahead and picked her up that night, and she really did look incredible. We had a decent time, but there was an air of tension. Like I wanted something impossible, something she couldn't give. I moved quicker than my feet allowed, and I tripped, which led to some awkward moments. I learned two things that night. Yawning while throwing your arm over someone is only endearing if they like you back, and wear an undershirt. Inevitably, she denied a second date, respectfully. I wasn't terribly shook, I didn't know her very well, and I wasn't attached. I've been rejected before many times, and I have fingers, so I took the hit, but then the worst thing happened. I got to know her more. This incredible girl wasn't just a cute girl, she was breathtaking, and every time she would walk in the room, I'd have to catch my breath a little. Her accomplishments towered above me, but her humbleness reduced them to a quaint cottage, just being what needs to be. She was smarter than I could wrap my head around, and funny too. I don't think I had ever met someone I admired more than her. I hesitate to use the word perfect, but she may have come as close as one could. More than anything, I wanted to be in her life. I wanted to be a step in her staircase towards inevitable greatness. Being with her senior year would have been truly something, but it didn't happen. She simply didn't want me, not even a little bit. I was willing to put everything aside for her, but that was the problem. What little I had to put aside, I needed to hold on to, but I didn't have my life together enough to do that. I wasn't the man I needed to be when I needed to be him. It still remains one of my biggest regrets in high school, the one thing I would change. The final time she rejected me, I couldn't hold it in anymore. I drove home in silence and broke down. The frustration of failure overcame every sense I had, and I wailed like I never have. I gave everything and I lost. I wasn't good enough. That's not even a self-critiquing remark, it's true. I simply wasn't good enough to accomplish what I wanted to. That was a constant theme throughout my senior year. But I lived, of course. I tried my best to move on, but not really. Eventually my friend fell in love with her. Of course he did. His high school sweetheart, his dream girl, his one and only, he pushed away because of the chance he might be with this girl. That relationship dwindled and the new one blossomed. She was ecstatic. There was someone new in her life romantically that wasn't a weirdo, a normal dude. A chance to date someone for real. He took every inch he could. Eventually he asked her out on a date. From my understanding at the time, she accepted and admitted her reciprocation. That congratulations, I said, was the worst I have ever lied. Frankly, I was livid. What does he have that I don't? What did I do wrong? Will I ever get another chance? My jealousy ignited, sparked by a single look from him. I drove to New York and back overnight in a fit. I couldn't sleep, or at least I wouldn't let myself, until I had an answer. After 36 hours of being awake, I yelled at him, my close friend who did nothing wrong, saying I couldn't handle being around them. That we couldn't be friends as long as he pursues her. How immature. It was all self-caused. My own inability to move on, my own dishonesty in the face of my emotions, all could have been diverted. So why was I mad at everyone else? A night earlier, it was revealed someone close to me had relapsed yet again. She was kicked from our household entirely. I believe she was suicidal again. I knew there was only one place an alcoholic, depressed, homeless, aging girl would go, and I couldn't bear to witness it. After that, I didn't care too much about being rejected anymore. I didn't care too much about that nasty little breakup. I apologized to my friend and forgot about it, because life is much too short and fragile to spend upset. She's in rehab now and is doing better. I'm also doing better. Much better now. I wanted to make this album over the course of my senior year as a showcase of the frustration of failure and how my relationship towards it has evolved over the past year. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I do. Goodbye.